Goliath, the giant of Gath. By the ancient hills of Philistia, where the winds carry whispers of heroes and villains, there lived a man whose name struck terror into the hearts of Israel, Goliath of Gath. He was no ordinary man, but a giant, a colossus towering over 9 feet tall, clad in armor that shimmered like molten bronze under the scorching sun. His helmet gleamed with defiance, and his chest was protected by a coat of scale armor that weighed 5,000 shekels of bronze, nearly 125 pounds. Goliath carried a spear so massive that its iron tip alone weighed 15 pounds, a weapon fit for a warrior of myth. Goliath hailed from the city of Gath, one of the 5 principal cities of the Philistines. It was a land known for its warriors, but none could rival the strength and stature of this behemoth. Born into a lineage of giants, Goliath was a living symbol of Philistine dominance, a walking monument of their pride and might. But it was not only his size that made him formidable. Goliath was a seasoned warrior, his hands stained with the victories of countless battles. He had mastered the art of intimidation, for war to him was as much a psychological game as it was a physical one. The challenge. The stage for his most famous tale was the Valley of Elah, where the armies of Israel and Philistia gathered for war. For 40 days, morning and evening, Goliath strode into the valley, his voice booming like thunder. "Why have you come out to line up for battle? Am I not a Philistine, and you the servants of Saul? Choose a man and have him come down to me. If he can fight and kill me, we will become your subjects. But if I overcome him and kill him, you will become our subjects and serve us." The men of Israel quaked with fear. Even King Saul, a tall man himself, did not dare to face the giant. Goliath reveled in their terror, his laughter echoing across the valley, a mockery of their God and their courage. The defeat. But on the 40th day, a shepherd boy named David arrived at the Israelite camp. He was not a soldier, not a warrior, but a mere youth armed with a sling and a heart ablaze with faith. When David heard Goliath's taunts, he was enraged, not with fear, but with righteous anger. He volunteered to face the giant, dismissing the doubts of his king and his brothers. Armed only with 5 smooth stones in his sling, David stepped into the valley, his courage a stark contrast to the heavily armored figure before him. Goliath sneered at the sight of his opponent. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" he roared, cursing David by the names of his gods. But David stood firm. "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands." As Goliath moved in for the kill, David reached into his bag, took out a stone, and slung it with deadly precision. The stone struck Goliath's forehead, sinking deep into his skull. The mighty giant stumbled, then collapsed face first to the ground. The earth shook with the weight of his fall, and silence fell over the valley. The Philistines, stunned by the impossible sight, turned and fled as the Israelites gave chase. The legacy. Goliath's defeat marked the beginning of David's rise and the fall of Philistine dominance. His death was more than a military victory. It was a testament to the power of faith over fear, of God's strength manifest in human weakness. And so Goliath of Gath, the giant who once seemed invincible, became a cautionary tale, a reminder that no matter how mighty one may seem, they are never greater than the will of God. His name, once spoken in awe and terror, now echoes through history as a symbol of fallen pride. And the boy who felled him? He became a king, a shepherd of Israel, chosen by God himself.